I'm Lydia Blanco, Digital Community Specialist at Black Enterprise, and I have the pleasure of sitting with business mogul Master P, who will be talking all things business, hip-hop legacy, and generational wealth. Master P, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
No Limit Records is so legendary, right? And I think it's partly because of a decision you made to not sell your business for $1 million in the 90s.
Yeah.
What was your thinking and the logic behind that decision?
Well, I thought if somebody didn't know me and they offered me $1 million deal, what am I really worth? And I think as entrepreneurs, we should ask ourselves that question. What's my value? What am I worth? And when you figure that out, also I'll never do a deal when you're desperate.
You are college educated, but you learned a lot out of your trunk in Richmond, California, in New Orleans as you built No Limit, and even in your record store in Richmond, right?
Yes.
How did you come up with all of the tools and resources you needed as someone who was just starting out? I know a part of your story in New Orleans, in the 2-bedroom with 12 siblings. I may be getting the numbers wrong.
3 bedrooms with 14 siblings and 2 adults, which is 16 people.
16.
So I never had a bed as a kid, but I didn't let that stop me. That really motivated me. I didn't cry about it. I was just happy to have a roof over my head. Growing up as a young kid, I always realized that you just got to deal with the cards you're dealt. A lot of people don't understand that. They looking for something else, but those cards that you are dealt, you got to make the best out of it.
What are some of the business lessons that you learned as you went from the trunk of your car to that storefront back to New Orleans to put other people on?
Selling CDs and cassettes out the trunk of your car, you got a chance to meet people. So I met all kind of people when I was able to tell my story and why it was important for me to do this as an entrepreneur instead of selling out to the big record companies.
What are some of the business lessons that you're teaching your kids? You have 9?
Yes.
So what are they learning from Percy Miller, the man, Master P, the businessman?
Well, my thing is they're learning what hard work is. They're learning what keeping your word is. And they're learning commitment and keeping the faith.
Going back to I Got the Hookup, right? You had this movie about having this mobile device company and all these things. It was comical, but you really employed a lot of people within your community. Why was that important to you?
Well, you know, making I Got the Hookup, one, it was important to me knowing that I come from hip hop and people stereotyped us. They didn't look at us as businessmen. They didn't look at us as movie makers. They look at us as hip hop artists or moguls. And I said, I'm more than that. Like, it's not just about the music with me. I've already conquered the music business, but I need to get in other avenues of entertainment, whether it's making clothes and doing movies. And I Got the Hookup for me was like me being able to own a project, putting people on that normally wouldn't be in a film. And I created a lot of stars that was underdogs. And it was a blessing. And then to be able to come back and take I Got the Hookup 2 now and put social media stars and newcomers alongside of Joan Weatherspoon and Ty Michael Blackston, DC Young Fly, and me and Romeo would be able to do this as a father and son team, business partners, because we financed the film and starred in the film, which is incredible. The movie I Got the Hookup 2 is also about gentrification. It's not just a funny movie. We don't own nothing in the community, so we're losing our restaurant called Big Papa's. And we have to come together as a family and save this business. So the movie's gonna be funny, but you're gonna learn something in the movie.